All right, and the recorder.
And we all gotta lean this way like Batman from 19.
Yeah, I had it leaned, and then it was.
Are we all level? That's all that matters.
That's close enough. We're close.
And the recorder's on.
Recorder's on.
All right, this is the Tilton Northfield Fire District Commissioners Budget Workshop. It is Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. We're in the Tilton Town Hall downstairs meeting room. It is 5:33 p.m. Members present include the interim chief, the commissioners, Kathy, and some members of the
I like this.
community,
This
police fire department.
This is how stuff gets done. I like it.
Yeah. All right, where do we want to start?
I just want to start by talking about this year's budget, the 2025 budget.
Okay.
As you know, there's been some extensive changes over the past couple weeks. Kathy and I are monitoring it very closely. We have frozen all operating cost spending except for staffing the department. There is no more, we're not, training's been cut off. Any spending for clothing, all that stuff has been suspended until we get a better grasp on it. Today we did because we have 7 pay weeks left. We did the 7 pay weeks from last year to do an analysis, try to figure out where we're at, because we don't know with sick time. We can monitor out some vacation time, but it's going to be close to last year's. So we did that. We're going to be close this year. My goal is to not get into the contingency fund. I don't know if that's going to be possible. But I don't.
Can I?
Yes.
I'm okay with shooting the padlock off that checkbook. If we
Yeah.
don't
As-
do what you need to do,
Yep.
and we'll do what we can do.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So-
I mean,
Because-
listen.
I think we as a board understand the predicament that you've been
Yeah.
put in.
I mean, we talked about this 3 months
So-
ago.
Yeah.
We're not, staffing is 100%. We're not
Okay.
changing any staffing. We're not changing any callback. I'm not changing any response from personnel. It's more clothing, fixing the stations, anything like that. Just small. The problem is that we're so far into the budget, most of it's already been done, and most of that money's already been spent. But until, we're just monitoring it. We've just frozen that. We still have the apparatus equipment fund. That does the maintenance on the vehicles. That does all the service equipment, all the repairs and maintenance on the radios. So all that can continue. That budget is healthy and it's there. And so we can do, we have, our staff is fine and our vehicles will be fine. And so it's just the operating budget as of right now. I'll give you an update, as we have them, as it gets closer. I can give you a weekly update where we are. It's just, I think we'll have our heads wrapped around it in about 2 weeks, a lot better, where we're going to land. It's just going to take a couple weeks, get 2 more weeks through payroll. That will leave us only 5 weeks of payroll left, and we'll know a lot better, I think, where we stand.
Okay.
So,
Jason?
Are there instances where, and get my head around the truck with guys here. Are there instances where somebody calls out, or you have instances where is it okay to run 3 on a shift, or what are your thoughts on?
I don't
Hold them
agree.
back on overtime.
I don't agree with running 3 on a shift
Okay.
at all.
All right.
It's just not.
We did it for years, and then we went to another level. But
We are so much busier than
Yeah.
we were. I mean,
That-
4 a shift barely gets it done now.
Okay.
Back when we were running 3 a shift, we were at 1,700 calls, and we were maxed out at that
Yep.
point. We're going to run close to 2,400 calls this year.
Yep.
We're maxed out with 4 people right
Okay.
now. Running 3 would just not be.
I hate to
Yeah.
cut that corner. So that's
Yeah, we couldn't staff a second ambulance, and that second ambulance, as you see every month, is just so busy. It's just not. I don't think it's feasible to cut down to 3. I mean, we're really struggling at 4 as it is.
I mean, the overtime line is a big, there's optics there, so. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's what asked and answered. I'm good.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for all those efforts, and if you keep us informed on a weekly basis, it's probably
Yes.
I can send an email. Yeah, give us 2 weeks to get really
Please.
wrapped around it, and then I'll start sending you the weekly updates where we stand. So. And you guys wanna jump right into salary, I mean, there's not much left, there's salary, on the operating budget, it's salaries and wages, training, and dry hydrants, to my knowledge. And the rest kinda runs.
And the rest is like the apparatus and equipment.
Now we got the apparatus equipment we gotta
Yeah.
run. So. Where would you guys like to start?
Well, I guess I'd like to start with, salaries.
Salaries and wages.
And talk about, what your thoughts are, what you're suggesting and proposing.
I want to let off the gas, because typically we open the meeting with public comment
Oh,
and staff comment.
okay.
I-
I know, I didn't have.
It's a workshop, but is that appropriate?
That's fine,
Okay.
right.
Sorry, no agenda, because it's.
Yeah, I know,
Thank you.
Alright, so, we'll open it up for any comments. Anybody have anything they wanna bring up, share, or?
If you guys were in for 10 minutes, I don't want you to wait for an hour.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right,
Appreciate the
cool.
opportunity to go carry on.
Or, right,
Yeah.
or they get a call and they're gone.
Right, no,
Yeah.
that's, our agenda is.
Well, if you think of something, within
Yeah,
a small
raise your
group,
hand.
I do entertain questions. Alright, thank you, Jason, for pointing that out. Alright, so if we go to salaries and benefits,
Page 4 for the salaries.
Page 4. Alright, so again, this memo came, I think you guys got emailed this memo by Chief Sitar. So I didn't want to change too much on this, because you already had it. I did change a few things, but we're proposing this year a 2.5% step, a 2.9% COLA, and then a part-time fire prevention officer. So the 2.5% and the 2.9% really just it's keeping us even with other departments. It's keeping us in the middle. We didn't do a full pay and benefit study this year.
are the numbers that I'm looking at here reflecting?
Yes,
Yes.
Kathy and I have been poring over it. It's a lot. If you had the copy of the budget before, so it's not a lot less, but it is less. It reflects. This reflects the most current pay for this year. So there is, I think, I could tell you exactly what it was, but I think it was a
You have to know
$45,000 decrease from what you had in your old one.
Mm-hmm.
And now, do we have the, fire prevention?
Yep.
Is that,
So the fire prevention, I have. So if you look on, I supplied that second page. On the bottom, that reflects. So those costs are reflected. Well, that's the current cost is reflected in the
You can have it. This is the one we're
call?
the call. However, not that full cost. This year we have about by September we were at $6,600. So that's more than double. So it's not reflected the additional cost of the whole $15,600. That's not reflected in that call salary. So the year one, you'll see the year one costs are $32,847. 13 weeks would come out of the call salary, and then 39 weeks would come out of the
career.
career payroll. And I say career, but that's all our part-time secretaries also out of that career payroll. And then year two costs would be $37,622.
So they're all in that.
That's all in
Yes.
this. Yep, this is all in that salaries and wages. So all in all, it's only 100. So to give a 2.5% step, a 2.9% COLA, and add a part-time fire prevention officer, in the salaries and wages line, we're only adding $122,000.
And do you have the breakdown of
Each
how much
thing.
of that is called, your career firefighters versus?
Versus, I just have. I'm sorry, I just have to.
Yeah, okay.
So be.
If I could just interject, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No?
No.
Jason, can you burrow in? I don't want to keep interrupting, so
No,
if you could burrow into these numbers, because tomorrow night I'm going to have
Right.
a lot of
Well,
questions.
that's kind of where I'm teed up because there are things I'd rather see like a kind of break out a little bit better.
Okay.
Thank you, I'll get there, but it's, you and I are, the gears are meshing. No, I'm with you.
So it's $93,064 is the career staff.
And how much is step and how much is COLA?
I'm sorry, I should have had this ready for. I have the numbers, I just have to do the
No,
math.
I get it. No,
Yeah.
take your time. I just, we talked about this recently about a shift.
Yeah, we're gonna need to have a breakdown specifically
Well-
for the district meeting, because
Well, so here's the thing, right?
the percent increase,
Right,
but
well,
also
he's
the-
doing his thing. Listen, I get it that everything costs more than it did before, and we wanna protect the guys that are on the truck. And, we talked a little bit about, public or not, like, hang me from the gallows, but about moving forward as to how to, there was a word used was compression, I believe was the term, right? So, step is one thing, COLA is another thing. I want to make sure that we take care of the guys that are running, and I want to be competitive, I want to be competitive, going forward. So, he's gonna dive into that and, I gotta relay that to the budget committee
Right.
tomorrow.
right,
Um,
I just wanna be able to explain
it's
that.
gonna be, listen, it's gonna be a weird year, right? We backed out of the ambulance, we're trying to build a building, we're trying to get in the right direction. What can we do with, where are the gray areas, and, so.
I just wanna step the, increase and the new person, new role.
Right.
separate.
Yeah,
So this
no,
whole-
no, yeah,
this
well,
whole
that's
increase-
it, if we're gonna
This
bring
is just-
somebody in
yeah.
and kind of change the structure.
So
No,
increases in
Yeah,
pay
that's,
raises, this is
I gotta see that kind of.
another person, another position.
So the step costs $36,405.
Is that total? I'm
Yes,
sorry. Then that's it.
And that, so that's the step.
The step.
And do you have a
yep, I just gotta,
COLA?
yep, I can do the COLA. The COLA costs $46,104.
I just know I'm gonna get healing on this tomorrow night.
And I can have it broken down better than that. I'm sorry about that. I knew I could make the numbers work, but I just, yeah.
We had a particular Monday where we couldn't answer all. Well, we answered most of the questions.
True.
And then the overtime line item is based on,
The overtime line on them is based on, just
The amount.
the amount.
How you come up with
It's
that
a
number.
worksheet, so I use Chief Setar's 3-year average. I didn't try to mess with it. So he does a 3-year average, and that is based on a, let me click, oh, why can't I open it? There's a number he uses of number of overtime hours from the past 3-year average, how much have we used? And so you just multiply it by the average amount of, the average cost of overtime, and that's where that number comes from.
It was 7,462 hours.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say,
And,
I probably have that right here.
And I know a lot of that is attributable to train, and we had a guy out hurt,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that kind of, that was an uptick, and, and that's clearly not our total exposure, because if everybody called out and took all the time,
Our-
Yeah.
Our total
We'd be
overtime
ups-
limit,
Yeah, we'd be
liability
upside down,
is
it's like.
9,640.
It was in the nines,
Yep,
Yeah.
9,644 total hours.
so, I mean,
And this year we have two guys that are gonna be out.
FMLA.
FMLA.
Yeah.
okay. They have kids and stuff?
Yes,
Mhm.
the
Oh.
kids.
Well, these are the things I need to know when I talk to the budget committee tomorrow night. So, any color and details?
Do you want, so yeah, the fire prevention officer is $28,947.
28,
That's for 39 weeks.
Because those guys like Paul Blaisdell gonna
Oh, I know,
beat me over the head.
I know, and it's gonna be hard.
So you want that stepped out just to show?
If you can send me a note,
Mhm.
the budget committee is, I've got 3 former commissioners
Mhm.
and a current firefighter that have been attending and asking really great questions,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and Sean will be there tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
that, just,
Yeah.
just have it teed up,
Yeah.
We get an answer for that, and, I'm not entering opinions, but they ask really good questions, because we get really good people on the board, okay.
Alright, so the total, on the salaries and wages is a 5.8% increase, so. The overtime's 12%.
And part of that's because we know we have Emily coming up.
And that includes your part-time person, right?
Yes,
Yes,
which we made an offer today,
yes,
so
she'll be tomorrow,
she's coming in tomorrow?
yes.
Okay, good.
I forgot your name.
Greg.
I know I talked about, next year, I'm gonna propose a much different pay scale. This just keeps us competitive, keeps the guys, it's not a huge investment. I think part of it this year is because of some of the, personnel changes. And it's gonna let us,
So our current starting rate is $25 an hour,
it's,
Correct.
correct? Yes. I'm pretty sure I'm the guy that kicked the door in on that.
You are the guy that kicked the door in on that, let me look.
Against the chagrin of,
Yes,
okay,
so
what's the
it's
proposal?
actually 25.75 because of last year, it went up 75 cents
What's your proposal, Sean?
for the starting rate.
I mean, because is that tied to step?
This is just the beginning, this is just the first step.
Well, we're looking at a step and a COLA, and
Right.
I've kind of got, I got a little burned on this before.
So
Last 20
the,
years.
the it would bring the starting rate up to 26.50 with the COLA. That's just the COLA, the starting rate,
Okay.
okay?
and in 2025, that would still put Guilford 50 cents more than us. It'd be put Laconia $1.50 more than us. Alton would be more than us. Franklin is right there.
Who the hell wants to work out there?
Um,
You're coming up 93.
and that's 2025 numbers. I mean, obviously they've gone up too.
Right.
Yeah, for starting pay. So it'd still put us right in the middle.
Okay,
It would keep us in the middle.
without the COLA.
What do you mean?
No, with the.
With-
With the COLA. The COLA is gonna keep us in the middle. The COLA affects the starting pay, the step affects the guys, I mean, the COLA affects the guys working too,
Yeah.
but the step affects the guys working more than the starting pay. Which I think is important. I mean, we always talk about recruitment, we always talk about keeping, how do we recruit new firefighters? How do we get more people to come?
Yeah.
Well, the best way to recruit new firefighters is not lose the old ones. If we can keep guys around, we can keep ourselves competitive and reward these guys. I hear all the time, these are the best guys out there, and they are.
Yeah.
If we can keep them from leaving.
Part of it is the culture, and I can't say in the last 20-something years I've been involved in budgets that we move forward with both step and a COLA. So, I mean, it's something to think about, and whatever we do, we hand it to the budget committee. But,
Hey.
listen, I've always been an advocate for the guys and not trucks and buildings and all that other crap, so,
And the steps are all 2.5%.
All 2.5%.
Yes.
it's a tall order this year. I'd go one or the other, but,
It's not gonna be, we did off the insurance, but dental.
yeah,
We-
we picked that up.
And the other thing too is, when we talk about benefits, I know you compared rates with other towns to pay.
Mhm.
What about benefits?
I don't have that pay benefits. I can tell you we're about the same. Everybody's
I know we
between
pay-
85 and
Yeah,
90%.
good benefits, but I'm sure some of the other towns, I don't think they pay quite as well as we do. And that, I don't know
Yeah.
that for a fact, but I got a feeling.
I think we're in a weird situation here, the way we do our budget, the way we have our pay scale done. When you go to most fire departments, the step is built in. You get in the step one way or the other.
Yeah.
So when you hear that Belmont Fire Department gets a 2.5% raise, well, that's on top of their step. But the same thing with the state. I work part-time for the state. When you hear that, when I, at the vets home, when I get a 4% raise, well, I still get my step on top of that 4% raise. So at most places of work around here, when you hear somebody gets a 4% raise, well, they're not talking about the step they're already getting. I mean, that's how the Vets Home does it, that's how Belmont does it, I know Laconia, Franklin, I don't know Franklin actually, I don't wanna speak for Franklin.
But-
You're getting your step on it, so when you hear they get a 3% raise, it's on top of the step already.
I've worked for the state for 8 years, and you have to have time and grade to get a step, and not everybody gets a step at all the same time. I work in a department with multiple people, and you get your step based on your years in service.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't go to everybody, rank and file. And I don't believe that does at the vet home either, or any other state agency. So step is based on when you were hired,
Mm-hmm.
bing bing, you get 1 and 2, and then you wait, or there's
Yep.
that should not go to, that doesn't go to everybody in the department. That's
It
based on your.
Because when you hit that rate though, right, when you hit that years of service?
No, it's based on, and it's different for everybody. If you got 4 years, you get it. If you're 5, you wait 2, and
Okay.
so it's staggered.
Yep.
So there's some years where you get it, and there's some years where you wait 2 years when you get to 9, and they've extended it. So the step thing is not, it's not a sharp curve. There's
There's
It's a
progression.
step
to-
for- yeah.
There is at other places
Yeah.
too. And I agree with it. I know Laconia, you get a lot of steps for the first couple of years, and then you
Right.
start slowly getting a lot less steps. And I think that's part of the problem with our wage
right.
scale.
Yeah,
here.
and let's get into that for 2026.
Yeah.
Should we pause for comment from the staff?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I mean, look, you guys are hanging out. What's in your head?
Yeah, I think there's absolutely a conversation to be had, and I think the union will be on board with a conversation for a pay study next year. Like, that's a conversation we gotta have for sure. Our hope would be that we did a big thing that got us good and a place that people were willing to come to work. We would really hope to keep up with that. We've talked about it in the past, like not just doing these big jumps and then stagnating, and then have to do this big jump again so that we stay competitive. So we think that the step and COLA keeps us in that wheelhouse where we're staying in the middle of the pack. It's not
Yeah.
pushing us way out ahead, but it's not letting us slip back to then have to do this big correction a few years down the road.
Okay.
So I think the conversation is great. We'd advocate for both because it keeps us in that spot. And then let's do a big study. Let's get all the answers to benefits. Like, let's do that big comparison we did 12, 13 years ago again and get that full picture. That would be.
Yeah.
We agree at.
Yeah, I'll echo what he's
Yeah.
saying.
You know, I think I was the guy that kicked the door in a couple of years ago, and I strived to get us into the middle. I think the chief was looking at like a starting pay of 24, and I said, well, why not 25? And I'm the last guy you would want to hear that.
So we were all surprised.
Yeah, so, we brought it around, but, it's a moving target. And, we're in a different place, I had a chief singing the praises of these increases, but I went to his bottom line, and I think that's, it's gonna be different as we go forward, so, these are, facts and
Right.
opinions and preferences we need to absorb. We want to be the best game in town, right? Because we already are, but we want to stay there. I mean, we have the talent, the training, and the culture, and leadership, and so spam. Please update your Medicare information.
But to just follow up with what Sean said, it's very hard right now to get employees, and turnover
Right.
is very expensive.
Yeah.
And we have that same problem.
Oh.
Very much so. Just gonna go somewhere else with that conversation.
No, I
Got distracted.
Could I make a request for tomorrow night's meeting from Chief? Could you have the step chart and also a list of how many firefighters, how many paramedics, how many, your office staff, and
Where they're at on those steps.
exactly.
I mean, blank out the names. I mean,
No, you can't, yeah, I can't, I can't.
No. We've done that before. We've done a kind of a
That's right. How many people are in
kind of
each
see-
step? And
Yeah. Very generic. Very as vanilla as you can. We've done that in prior years.
Yeah, that'll work for the career guys.
Mhm.
Do that.
Yep, that's easy. And I already have their user service and everything, so I can show their user service and where they fall.
I would be shocked if we get your wages and salaries tomorrow night.
It's gonna be,
I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Well, this is why I'm kind of asking some strange questions. For the last.
And let me throw this out, if you would rather wait and be able to support all this support information, have that for the following meeting, we can tackle everything else.
I can try,
No.
it's gonna be a difficult task to get supporting information that quick. Paul's leaving on the beginning of December, so we only have a couple weeks for this. And to do a pay and benefit study in a couple weeks, on top of all my,
No, I don't think he was asking for a pay.
okay, I'm sorry, oh.
Just to gather up all the.
All that stuff,
All the
yeah,
data.
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
So,
Give me a little.
I might be able to provide like just some, so you like understand it from the world of a firefighter. Please correct me if I'm speaking out of turn here.
No.
The step in the eyes of a firefighter is like I don't know the word I want here. The incentive to stay and be retained as an employee in that place. You know, if you go work for another community and they're not all the same, I couldn't speak to them, is the like, you've done X number of years here, you land at this step, and that's the incentive to be a retentioned employee. Where the COLA is the adjustment to life as out in the world. Just so you understand how firefighters look at steps and COLAs. That's all I like that.
Here's the problem. There's 2 points of view. One from the firefighters, and I think you have the support of everybody that's speaking tonight. But for those of us on the committees and certainly the commissioners, the second point of view is the taxpayers. So
Completely understand.
it's
Not
blending those two.
yes, I am not. I was not trying to say anything that doesn't.
Yeah.
That absolutely carries a ton of weight. Just was trying to give a little bit of context on the.
Sean,
You guys are talking about retention and stuff. That's just how it's viewed. That's all.
There you go.
Totally understand.
how many steps are there?
We have 20 steps. The highest member, I think, is on step. We have one captain on step 12, who's been here for well over 20 years, and I think he's the highest. I don't want to.
14.
14.
14.
He's on step 14.
He's on step 14. Oh, wait a minute.
You broke the ice.
Take that back. If the step and the COLA go through it, put him at 14.
Yeah,
Right
we
now
put him
he's
at-
on 13.
And he's been here for 24 years.
Right.
The highest firefighter right now would be step 9. But it's a weird, again, it's a weird step and grade system, but I can have all that information though.
And it's not merit-based.
In my opinion, it shouldn't be merit-based.
Okay.
I've never been for
Yeah.
merit-based raises,
No,
and these guys perform a job. If they're not performing the job, then we'll handle
That's
them
a
not
good- yeah.
performing their job.
I went from private sector to state service, so it's a huge shift
Mhm.
for me, so.
I've worked under a
It's
fire
a whole
department
other
with,
world, yeah. No.
with merit-based raises, and I got very good merit-based raises, but I can still say I think that there's favoritism.
Yeah, no,
Totally.
Mhm.
no,
And I don't like it.
I,
Really not
no, I get
these
it.
guys have a job to do if they do their job. If they don't, we'll counsel and we'll get them to do the job.
When is our next budget meeting?
December. Oh, that's the budget committee. So,
Wait, careful what you ask.
When is the next
I'll answer
commissioner's budget workshop?
December 2nd.
Okay.
That's when you scheduled it.
Do you wanna put this off until
Nope.
we get that additional information and,
What do you think you need?
I just wanna ponder it.
We got about 6 people who are gonna be barking at my tree tomorrow night.
Totally.
I just scanned through, we've got enough. I don't wanna speak for Scott. My feeling is we have enough for us to have a good meeting tomorrow
Okay,
night.
no,
Okay, so then after tomorrow night's meeting for the budget committee,
Yeah.
their next meeting is on the 25th. So,
Tim, what are your questions?
I'm just, processing, thinking.
Do you feel we are competitive? And why?
I don't know that we're not competitive. I want to stay competitive though.
As do I. How many people we lost in the last budget cycle due to lack of?
I don't know why.
How many people, how many staff have we lost due to pay when they do their exit interview? Last budget cycle.
I know when Michael Lewis went to, Hudson, there was a $5 an hour raise.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, but I'm just, that's the only
okay.
person I
No,
can,
that's good. He lived down there, right?
no, he lives
No.
right on Prospect Street.
He wasn't the Vermont guy?
no.
Okay.
We don't, no, both Vermont guys still work here.
I,
Trying to think, the only other person was a retirement this year, right?
Right,
We
it's
have,
a retirement.
Yeah, just trying to remember the course of leaving. I believe that's correct.
Yes, that is
Um,
correct.
I can go back to last year's.
Yeah, you just, you
I think
know,
the last person we lost to money outside of Lewis was Flanagan to Guilford.
Yeah, he got a $4 an hour, I think $3 or $4 an hour raise to go to Guilford.
And that was,
2 years.
yes.
We're never gonna pull for Guilford.
Yeah, we had,
And I think we have a damn better department than.
from last year, it's only 2 different people. Mike Lewis went to Hudson, and Steve Smith retired. So,
How many vacancies are there in the surrounding?
a lot. I don't have that number, I think the chief had that number.
If I may, you can go onto the Hampshire Fire Academy website and they have a place for that, all the listings. And about 20 years ago, when I was looking to get hired, you would wait to see when it would come up somewhere, anywhere. And now, if you go and check that out of curiosity,
It's a lot open.
there's a list, yeah.
I can find that out, I can find that out.
so Tim, you want to pause on this?
I'm not horribly opposed to the 5.4% increase.
Well, I horribly am, but I'll gladly bring that to tomorrow night.
Paul?
I'm processing it as well.
There again. You know, I'm not saying they don't deserve it. It's, you know, we're in the middle of, the people and the firefighters, we're kinda, you want to do what's right for them, but there again, you have to do what's right for people too. Kinda.
So the plan for next year's budget is not, there'll be no additional personnel next year.
I'm not gonna make any promises that way or not, I
I
don't.
think he's talking about adding.
Yeah, no, I think that discussion needs to happen with, the building committee and how that works and how that, I haven't even talked to the commission about that, but I think adding, when we go to, if the station design goes through how it's proposed, or some semblance of 2 stations, and we're gonna staff at 2 at one station and 4 at another, hiring 8 people at one time is not, it would be ill-advised. I think having 8 people start all at one time, first of all, finding 8 people to start at one time would be extremely difficult. And second, to have 8 brand-new people spread between 2 stations. My suggestion to the commission will be to stagger the hiring over a few years.
Yeah,
2 and
my
2 and
point-
2 and 2.
My point is less about that and more about, should there be money in this budget if you plan on hiring next year? Because this is next year's budget.
The 2026, I don't plan on hiring, an additional staff in 2026.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have some sort of proposal for 2027's budget.
right. Yeah, my concern was next year's budget.
Yeah, no, there is one, well, we have a part-time fire inspector funded by the call salary, he's a call member, and he's working 12 hours a week, so, there is moving his 12 hours a week to 24 hours a week, and moving it from the call salary to the full-time salary. So effectively, it is another position, because it's moving it from the call department to the full-time department.
Well, at the end of the day, you need a new deputy chief. You'll need a new captain, you'll need a new fireman, right? As
That staff is already in here, those decisions have been made, we're not ready to discussed them yet, I think, but that money is in here.
Okay,
Yep, that's all accounted for in here.
all right.
So we will be hiring one additional firefighter, one replacement firefighter, not one additional firefighter.
Right.
And that is budgeted for in this budget.
And a part-time inspector,
Mhm.
that's gonna be full-time.
24 hours a week.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
not, what about benefits?
No, no benefits.
No benefits?
Nope.
Okay.
I can make a motion, unless you want to, do you want to pause this
No,
until?
no, if you,
You know, I'm gonna throw a dart at the middle. Make a motion for 4220 at 1.2 million. 2026.
I'm sorry, start again?
2.1 million flat for 4220 fire salaries and wages.
For 100, that you're
No,
talking?
no, that's right down to the call. I mean, there's a 2.220.
And you're doing 21?
2.1 million against the 2.2 million. And see where that takes us.
So that's level funding is what you're asking?
No, hardly.
Well, the current,
Yeah,
current budget's
that is-
2.098.
I've got 2.2.
That's the recommended.
Yeah,
Well, our prior year was 2.98, and we're adding to that.
Right, you said 2.1.
Shit. All right. Wow.
That's flat funded, yes. He's withdrawing his motion.
No, I'll go with the chief's budget. I'm gonna go with 2.2 flat. Take that to the budget committee tomorrow night. We just don't know where the overtime's gonna go, and
So you're reducing that by 20,627.
barely.
All right, we have a motion on the floor for 2,200,000. Motion's been made and seconded. Any additional discussion? Paul?
No, oh, fine.
All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Then we have we can bring a narrative to the budget committee tomorrow night. We'll dig into it,
First question is the 22,000 that you eliminated, where does that
I feel
come from?
I feel that the overtime line would be a little heavy. I'm not against the, for the guys on the floor and on the trucks.
Well, maybe now that the
Look.
chief has a number,
He can dive into it.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So let's explore that.
And if it's ready tomorrow night,
Yeah.
great. If it
I'll-
isn't,
I'll do my
if it
best, Paul.
isn't- If it isn't, that's fine.
I'm
also.
already realizing tonight that I was not prepared for this
Yeah,
one, so.
and
And what I did and what I didn't do, it's, first time, so.
in that case, you need to go back to page 2 to pick up the retirement, the social security, and medical.
Those numbers are all based on,
This.
Right,
It's weird. It drills down.
it does,
yeah.
so,
So you type in a number and we get a number. Okay.
okay?
So,
So I'll type in the number tomorrow,
Alright.
Which lines is that affecting?
220, 225, and 230.
on page 2.
Gotcha.
So you were cutting that 20,000 out of the overtime line, correct?
Well, I think that's the best place to go.
Alright. So when I do this, that's what I'll set that up as.
Well, at the end of the day, I think it's the
It's a
chief's
bottom line.
decision more so than,
I know, but I'm just gonna do it so that I can get everything
Yeah.
figured correctly for this.
Well, overtime is more expensive than straight time, so we'll come up with a few bucks there, but
Yeah, I'll work with Kathy tomorrow and
Yeah, we'll
figure
get it
out
done.
where,
Why is social security so much higher?
Because we're paying for everybody else.
No, you've
Good
got,
thing before
Almost
us.
doubled.
well, that's because it was wrong previously.
The year before was only 11.
Well, it's 6.2% of the bottom line,
.062. Yeah.
but it's only on the call company, the fire prevention officer, myself, and my admin assistant.
Hmm.
The career guys are in the retirement system, so Social Security does not come
yeah.
out of group 2.
Okay.
That is a big jump though, okay, we'll dig into that tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
definitely,
that
yeah.
jump probably, I know we worked on that calculation today because the fire prevention officer wasn't in that calculation. So we had to put that in, so maybe we put a comma in the wrong spot.
Could very well be.
Because there's no way he's paying $12,000 on a on a $30,000 salary.
Oh, come on.
There's not.
I hope not.
I don't think he'd
I'll
be
be-
paying
I'll be
$12,000 in Social Security.
I'll be the greeter.
So we might have put a decimal in the wrong spot, and it, instead of adding 1,200, we added 12,000.
12,000.
I bet
Could very well
that's
be.
probably exactly what we did.
Because we were just going around and around and around and around.
It's been a process over the past couple of days on the salaries and wages and trying to figure out where the stuff came from. So
All right, where are we going next?
Dry hydrants and cisterns. Is that where we're going next?
we had. Are you skipping over training or?
No, we should do training.
Oh, let's do training.
So I apologize. I have.
That's on page 4.
I have the chief's workshop worksheet. This is one thing I have not dug into. I don't. This information did not come from me, but this is where I think you guys are used to the sheet. He hands the sheet out every year.
Yeah.
Right. Did I miss one, Jackie?
Thank you.
So this is, again, in next year, a year from now, this sheet is going to look a lot different. It's not gonna be presented the same way, but a lot of, you can see everything below, I believe, below this hard line is stuff that's mandatory. We cannot do it without it. That has to be done.
I was just gonna ask,
Yeah.
where are the hard lines?
The hard lines are the stuff below. Again, this was, these are not my requests, but the requests that need to happen. A lot of it needs to happen. I'm more of a, I'm not gonna send out, anyway, requests how many people want stuff a year and a half ahead. That's just not feasible. When in the current day and age of training, knowing what class you're gonna take a year to a year and a half ahead just doesn't make sense. They're not even out there, they're not available.
Yeah.
You don't know what's there, you don't know what's not there. The blue was, according to him, was requested. The black line on the right is what he approved. So his approval is 24,187, so it's $24,187 in school fees.
But that's the all-in, there's above the line and below the line.
Yep. So this,
So
no,
how does this $50 class go to $250?
so if you look right here, so the first line here is the number of people he says
Oh,
he
okay.
wants to
All
send.
right. Yeah,
That's
okay.
the cost per
Yeah,
student.
yeah, gotcha.
So he said this is what 30,045 was what he would want if everybody
All the
sent.
way up,
But what he put in the budget
yeah.
is right here,
Okay.
24,187. So if you're doing the math, this is
Yeah.
the line you want to use for the
Yeah,
math right
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Again, training is one of the most important things we do. One of the things that the captains have come to us in the officers' meetings is we're going to start doing either a bi-monthly or quarterly in-house training. We have some of the most experienced staff around, and we're going out to get training. I think going out to get training is vitally important. We're going to start doing some more training quarterly in-house also.
What's this one here, Seacoast Fire Chiefs Seminar?
So that's a seminar the Seacoast Fire Chiefs put on every year. I went to it about 8 years ago.
So he comes here and does it.
No, it's
No.
down. You go down to the. It's usually in Exeter or somewhere down there.
He wasn't asking for that one.
$2,000. That's what he was asking.
And it's hard to look back at prior years because a lot of years the training gets cut.
Well, again, this year it did, I mean, we've stopped, I mean, we're gonna have a little bit more, but unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to.
Unless you're going to Foxwoods, and everything's okay.
Is all of this training in state?
Some of the training is at the National Fire Academy,
Which
the net is down in Emmitsburg, Maryland. It is probably, I took my first National Fire Academy class
Yeah.
last year. It was probably the most, the best training I've had in the fire service
I
in
remember
10
you
years.
went, that's
Yeah.
what I'm asking.
So those courses don't cost anything. Those are just more of a meal. It costs the meal ticket and the travel down there. All the training's provided for. Your room and board's provided. Your room is provided for. I'm not, again, he has me listed as a National Fire Academy course. I don't know if I'm gonna. They're not even open right now. So to know what's going to be available and what's not going to be available until right now it's shut down. The government shut down, so the National Fire Academy shut down.
Outside instructors, what is the scope of that?
So typically, for outside instructors, the biggest one is swiftwater training. So we have over at the Cross Mill Bridge, we'll do it there. This year they went up to New Hampton. Is that what you guys went to New Hampton? So we'll have 2 outside instructors come and lead that training. That's a very specialized, intense training. And
Where do they come from?
one is he was in Laconia, and now he's over in, I don't want to say Tufton, is it Tuftonboro? And then one's out of Plymouth.
Did we do it last year?
We do it every year. It's a research they have to do every year. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because it's below the line.
And that's not yet. And we had some other outside instructors for smaller things. That was the brunt of it was that training, because it's 3 days of training.
Are there any of these ones over the top that you would not attend if
I don't plan on going to FDIC. I can tell you that. And he put me under going to FDIC next year. That's probably not in the cards for me. That's a pretty large expense right there.
Can we work with this at 20 grand? If you back that 2,200 out?
I think 20 grand would be. We could make it work for 20.
I would make a motion for the training line at 20,000. Let's get the guys out in the trucks going with this stuff and not screwing around across the country.
all right, we have a motion
Pardon my French.
for 20 grand on the schools and training fees line item 335. Is there a second? I'll second that. Any additional discussion? All right, all those in favor of 20,000 for line 335, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Page 6 is dry hydrants.
Dry hydrants.
Can we get, well, I know it comes into the budget, can we get some like quarterly updates, like who goes and how it goes and what we spend?
For training?
Yeah.
Oh, of
I mean,
course. I would.
that's the cool stuff, you
Yeah.
know? I mean,
Oh,
Right.
I would love to have.
No,
Yeah.
I love the investment in the team.
Yeah.
But right, sometimes it doesn't get relayed up.
No, somebody gets a certificate, we get to, acknowledge that in the minutes and, Are we 6?
Yes, we're 6.
Halfway down the page, 775 dry hydrants and cisterns. We still haven't gotten the bill for this year?
We didn't do it this
We
year,
didn't do it
so
this
I just found this out a couple days ago. So normally we have a diver come in and dive our dry hydrants. I think it just got, firefighter Smith retired, he was in charge of that, we went to a new firefighter, I think it just kinda slipped through the cracks this year. It's too late now in the year to get them billed.
Shit, yeah.
They do flush them twice a year, and on top of that, if they're training, they do get flushed more. But they have a scheduled flushing in the spring and a scheduled flushing in the fall. We know, if one's out of service, we do work on it. We do have a couple out of service, and a couple we've identified we're gonna abandon. The one down at the Causeway in East Tilton, because we have 2 new ones down there. So
So this is an internal, this isn't a third-party vendor?
the 4,000 is a third-party vendor.
Okay.
It's a guy who comes in and dives, because
Yeah.
we don't have anybody certified.
That's
diver.
what I was wondering.
Yeah, no, it's, I don't remember the gentleman's name, I have his information, but, so it kinda just slipped through the cracks, it's not gonna happen this year.
Alright.
But it really needs to happen
Oh,
this year.
shit, yeah.
I'll make a motion, we accept $4,000 for dry hydrant.
I would second
This
that.
is done.
Alright, we have a motion, any additional discussion? Alright, all those in favor of $4,000 for line 775 dry hydrants and cisterns, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Alright, Kathy, where are we going?
Well, now we're going to the apparatus and equipment fund.
Well, I don't know that one. Since
Let's start
since
on
we're not
page,
buying any, trying to buy any.
let's start on page 10.
Good God.
I assume that the social security and all that stuff is just gonna fall in, and you guys are gonna be happy with it.
Yeah, we'll let the chips fall tomorrow night.
I know, but this is for you, for your
Yeah,
portion.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't negotiate with.
I know. Don't negotiate with vets.
Well, they're all furloughed, so.
Right at the top on 200, we added an insurance deductible for your request.
I make a motion, we fund $200.
That's
What is that line item for?
insurance deductible.
Cause sometimes stuff breaks and it's part of the equipment fund,
So if-
sometimes stuff
It's
breaks
an
and it's part of
insurance.
the building.
So if we have an insurance,
If we have an insurance claim, you funded the operations, the operating budget for $1. So nobody can hit a building or break anything that
Yeah.
comes out of that account.
well, since how we haven't used it, so you made a motion for
No.
$1?
Well, it has been used, but it just came out of
Came out of the operating
the,
budget.
no, it
Oh,
actually
it
came
did.
out of here.
Oh, it
But it
did.
didn't show up because we didn't have anything at that point in time.
Okay, so we just haven't put that new one in there.
Right.
Just
Okay.
don't break stuff.
Alright, we have a motion for $1. All seconding it, any further discussion? All those in favor for $1 for insurance deductible line 200, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Next is Rose.
Okay, next is mine. Yep. So you already voted on this. I'm going to ask to just revisit it. So as you know, there's a new ambulance bill out there. In the insurance companies are now paying 325% of Medicare.
Yep.
So I don't know what our billing's going to be next year, and this is the line that the more money we make, the more money this line is. I would hate to have to take this line out of somewhere else.
I thought we blew it up pretty good. That's why I was wondering, looking at the trend, I think I was the guy that tried to
Yeah.
ramp it up. And
So we're going to be in the mid fours. I mean, we're probably going to be 42, 43,000 this year. 52 would cover it. I'm just afraid I don't know what that 325% of Medicare is going to bring. I don't.
55, John? I mean, 55?
Yeah,
60?
55, 60. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want it much higher than
Yeah,
that. But
okay.
yeah.
I'd make a motion, we amend that to 55,000 for the paramedic intercept. I mean,
No,
no,
Comstar.
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 I'm sorry, Comstar for the bill. Well, it's
So you want
Oh.
55,000.
55, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Please,
you know, it's one of those things where, if we're gonna spend it, it goes right back in. It's just,
That's right.
I mean,
There's no money. Right.
you know, we tried to overshoot it, but
Alright, we have a motion, I'll second that, 55,000, amending, line 331, Comstar from 52,000 to 55,000. Any additional comments or discussion?
are you okay with that.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. I mean, yeah, we can make it, and if
Yeah,
we
it-
make more
you
money,
know,
we can.
It's a tough one to.
What I don't wanna do is have it, I just saw it level funded and I'm like, we probably shouldn't level fund that one, even though I know we're only at 37,000 right now.
No, the income is trending up, that's
Yeah.
why, you know.
All right. And especially with that new, the ambulance rates, so they took effect for some policies in July and some policies in
Right.
January.
No,
So some of them haven't even changed yet, so we could be getting more revenue, without knowing, there's no way to forecast that, so I just wanna make sure we're covered in
Yeah.
that line.
All right, any other discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of amending line 331, Comstar from 52,000 to 55,000, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
For clarification, everything on page 10 is the equipment and apparatus.
Yes.
fund.
correct,
Yes, we're there now.
non-tax, but still
Still money.
significant, yeah.
All right, equipment maintenance and repairs.
Yes.
So there's two big jumps, and I know it's a big jump. The two big things are the Opticom repair at 5990. We have some pretty old Opticoms out there. I know I wasn't part of the conversation. There's some work between the town and us, and I really don't know where that stands.
There's no work between the town and us,
Oh.
it's between us and DOT traffic signals that Smokey did.
I thought I got the understanding that the town might be.
I wanted to bring it up at the selectmen's meeting so that they were aware of it if they
That we
weren't
pay,
already.
that we pay for.
That will we pay for?
That we
Okay,
pay for
that's
things when they don't
that's
think
where I got
we-
that.
Yeah.
yeah. I know we
Yeah.
do DOT because
Yeah.
we.
And the cost, the amount of, there's some equipment already in the district's ownership.
Yes, we have. We actually just cleaned out some closets, and we moved where it was in the
Yeah,
closet.
so it's, if we were buying all new equipment, it would be more than that.
Yes.
A lot more.
Yeah, I have.
So
The quote came in at $9,261.
Right.
So we're able to use some of the equipment we have to bring this quote down from 9,000.
Yeah, so we had already discussed that and the need to,
Right.
if this is approved, then coordinating with the state to get it installed,
Mhm.
get the equipment on hand.
lost, because I'm looking at the next highlighted section is
Oh, no.
vehicles.
That's to no.
Nope.
So that one's highlighted because you had already voted on it. I wanted to speak about that one
So-
again. We're on right here.
6:30.
Oh, okay,
6:30.
so we're going off the script.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no,
With the Opticon.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
All
here.
right. I thought we did that one before.
we talked about that
You
one.
Yeah,
talked about it,
we
you did
started,
it.
but okay, we paused.
I don't think we had all the numbers in this column
Yeah.
before.
Gotcha.
What was the second one that was?
The other big one is the gas meters calibration gas. So we have to buy gas, actual bottles of gas to calibrate our hazmat equipment. I'm not a hazmat technician, so I can't really describe exactly what that gas is for, but it's a must to have for all our. So that was a $500 increase there.
I would make a motion,
6:30.
I would make a motion for line 630 in the apparatus and equipment for just a flat 21K, because you don't wanna know where this stuff's gonna go.
21?
21 even. A little up,
Yep,
but
that's all right.
these things happen.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded to fund line 630, equipment maintenance and repairs for $21,000. Any other comments, Sean?
No, that'll be.
Yeah.
And again,
I just-
if we don't use it, it goes right back.
it lapses in, so I.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
You know, that kind of, if not, it picks you up a nickel on the previous Comstar. I mean,
All right, service testing.
So,
I'm in the.
so that's highlighted just because you already voted on it. We're still.
With
if you
service
go-
testing.
It starts here
Ah.
and ends on the next page, so it ends right there. Yeah. So this service, a lot of the service testing, we haven't received the bills for some of it yet, so that's why some of the actual, I think we just got, did we get the aerial in? No, it doesn't look
No.
like we did. No.
And we backed a bunch of this stuff
out,
again.
yes.
Yep, and so if you look, that went back to the operating budget.
I would make a motion, we fund the service testing at 17,000. To be safe.
All right, what was that dollar amount?
17 flat.
Sean, have you looked at those numbers?
I have not, this is one thing I have not been able to, it's just not, it's been on the back burner for me.
That's what I felt.
Yeah, I'll second the 17,000,
Mhm.
but I would like you to look through that, and if you think that's not accurate,
Mhm.
bring that up at the next.
Looks like the testing of the aerial. I mean, you only spent,
Yeah, so we have to get it certified first, and once we get it certified, then we can send it for the PM, the annual, so it goes, we just had the service, so it goes from the testing company comes up here, and then it goes over to Tamworth and gets the actual
so it
certification
hasn't
done.
been done yet.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, I mean, could be less, right? Nothing's broken.
All right, we have a motion for 17,000 for line 631 service testing. Any other questions, comments, or discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of 17,000 say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
I mean, do your homework if it comes in,
Yeah,
let's reel it in if we can, but, it's a fund that stays right in there, but, I don't wanna come up short on that stuff.
Right.
Alright, so you guys had already voted on vehicle repairs, I was gonna ask, if you would mind revisiting that, I'm gonna go up, there is more vehicle repairs, I'm getting tires done tomorrow on the end, not new tires, but the rotation of the tires, so it's not like huge, $4,000 bill, but this, I would expect this to be closer to 55,000, 56,000 by the end of the year. I know we had some unexpected, repairs to, especially the 21 car one was the big one.
Imagine that.
But I just don't, I don't want to get stuck at 48,000 and then come in at 60,000, next year. It's just again, it's a number we're not going to do repairs we don't need to do, and I will at 48,000 versus we're probably going to be at 55, we're close to 55 this year. I don't think our vehicle repairs are going to go down. And our fleet is getting older.
I'll make a motion, we line, vehicle repair at 55,000.
All right, I'll second that. Discussion?
Oh, no. Until I get all the breakout for car one. I know that you went into the shop for a unforeseen Ford thing. No offense, Paul. But, that's a bit of an uptick for me. I want to review all the,
Well, but when you look back at 2024, we were at 56,000.
well, I just, I'm curious if we're back into what and who broke what.
on car one.
The big expense for car one was it had something to do with the turbo. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, there was a
Cam phase.
problem.
The cam
Yeah.
phase. It was
a
that.
stupid thing, but do what you want. Okay, in a second. So
All right, so any other discussion? All right, all those in favor of amending 660 vehicle repairs from 50,350, I'm sorry, 48,000 to 55,000, say aye. Aye. All those opposed?
nope.
Okay, motion carries.
Expect expect a robust discussion tomorrow night.
Yeah. Bring the receipts.
Robust.
So in fire equipment, the two big things, are asking for the normal pagers and everything else. The two big things is the increase in protective clothing, and that's for two reasons. The PFAS-free gear, there is a large increase in the cost of that PFAS-free gear. And then also, with a promotion and a new hire, we're gonna have to have,
Suit somebody up.
we're gonna have to suit somebody up, and we're finding, especially with the call company, we're falling behind. They're only good for 10 years. We can't, any interior firefighter can't have gear more than 10 years old, so we gotta make sure we keep up with that. And then the other big thing is the very last line, 240. Those are the ballistic vests. Those do have a shelf life. Those are for the active shooter kits that we have. We're reusing the actual carriers, but am I saying the word right? But the plates themselves and the helmets themselves do deteriorate, and we need to replace the helmets and the plates.
I would make a motion for total fire equipment at 75,000 for that stuff. 740 right down to 740.240 for 75,000.
How many sets of gear would you get with that? I mean, you got 34 grand here, well, over 34.
Let me see. I believe I have that right here.
I'd rather have a couple on the shelf, Sean.
Yeah, we don't like shelf gear anymore.
Well,
But,
I know stuff times out, and
yeah.
there's, but this is really kind of
No, you had it in your
clothing. Somebody goes on a thing and they rip it or it's compromised, and I like the way it's
324 AA batteries, not 325. 300.
you know, Harbor Freight, right? 20 pack with the coupon.
So so this is a full ensemble. A hood, I'd have to add all these together, but a hood is $135. A jacket is $2,142. Pants are $1,577. Boots are $665. Helmets are $455. And then the shield is another $110, and then a structural glove is $115. So that's one set if you add all those
So
together.
if I followed you quickly enough, that's $5,200.
I was gonna say around 5,500.
So you're replacing like half yours?
He has 10 sets of gear. Because some of I'm sorry, that's 10 hoods. He has 6 sets of gear here. Yeah, 10 hoods. The hoods we try to keep 2, and they don't last nearly as long as the structural gear. The hood is it goes underneath our helmet, but over our ears and our face, and it goes over the mask. And then our jacket will cover it here. So it's really it's protecting one of the most vital parts of your body, and that's where the PFAS free comes in. Really, you don't want that PFAS. I mean, you don't want it anywhere, but you know, it's right up against your face and your brain and stuff.
Now, does each firefighter have 2 sets of gear?
Each firefighter has 2 sets of gear, and we try to space them out 5 years apart, so they always have a good set and an old set. And there's 2 reasons for that: is to always have 2, never have a set of gear that's 10 years old that you're using for your primary. But couple times, at least once this year, we fought 3 fires in the same day. So you fight a fire, your gear's getting washed, and then you need your second set of gear.
Yep.
I'm
just curious.
Yeah, no, that's
I reiterate my motion for 75,000 on total fire equipment. I don't want something bad to happen, or you get an accident, a rip, a tear, a compromise, something that's no longer serviceable. Short money for the good of the.
Well, if they don't spend it, it's not spent. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff that bothers me.
Yeah.
So, that's where I'm at.
Oh, I thought it was seconded. No?
No,
It was not.
Oh, I'll second it. 75,000. Any other discussion?
We're not asking for any additional EMS
They have to
new.
vote.
Well,
Oh.
we're still looking at
Oh, I'm
this.
sorry.
Sorry,
I wasn't
John.
paying attention.
Hang on.
Getting fast. Getting ahead of myself.
Have another cup.
This is a
Rocket fuel.
Thermal imaging cameras, no batteries.
I haven't been able to speak to my fire equipment guy. I thought we bought new batteries every year. I don't know why that wasn't in there, but at the line item at 71,473, I knew at that line I could sneak the batteries in there.
These are the things that I wonder about.
And then forestry equipment, is that, forestry equipment doesn't have replacement?
I don't think we need. There's really no
Regular
we need new forestry hose, but that's under the hose line.
Okay.
I don't know if any forestry equipment. We don't.
We had a couple nozzles go out of service this year, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not-
Think, I think we got replacements off the shelf. It's just
Yeah.
All right, any other discussion on line 740 fire equipment at $75,000? All right, we ready for the vote? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
EMS.
All right. So we're not asking for any new EMS equipment. That would be new stuff to put on the trucks. So we're not. That's
Should
not
we
in
keep, do we keep $1 in there?
case I do need to buy.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Probably.
I
Sure.
would make a motion for 741 EMS at $1, because,
For the equipment.
Yeah, for the total line.
keep the line open.
741.01.
Yes.
All right, I'll second that. All those in favor of $1 for line 741.01, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. All right, EMS disposable equipment.
So disposable equipment. The busier we are, the more we're going to use. Our calls are up 10% this year. Not our total transports, but our calls. So I did a 6% increase in the. That's where I came up with the number. Over what was appropriated last year. I don't know what we're going to be at until the end of the year. I know every day, I swear, FedEx drops another box of stuff off and we use it. So I did a 6% increase to, if we have another increase in calls next year.
What did you use for the Comstar increase?
I didn't have a number. I was just asking you to review it.
No, I just,
Yeah.
well, one trend begets another.
Yes, yeah. So I didn't have a percentage for the Comstar.
I think there's some alignment. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't want to go short, Sean.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine. So what do we go
If
to?
Comstar went up 12%, then, and you're only buying half the crap, I don't,
Yeah.
or
So-
it goes the other way.
Did we go to 55? Is that what we went
Yeah,
to?
we
Back
did.
to 52, right?
It's like close to around 5%.
No, 6.
Yeah. Almost 6.
All right, I'll make a motion for line 741.02 EMS disposable equipment for $48,000.
That's it?
That's it?
Okay. I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor of line 741.02 EMS disposable equipment at $48,000, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All that you vote?
Yep.
Okay, motion carries.
So the CLIA laboratory fee, I'm going to have somebody else explain that one exactly. Kathy,
It's a license that we get from the state so that we can draw bloods in the ambulance.
And that's what it costs?
so last year was $200. This year was $248.
Yeah.
So We don't know if there's
We
gonna be
don't
an
know.
increase in the fee or not.
So, we appropriated
I-
60% less, just.
No, no,
because
we
thought we had a
appropriated,
discount.
no, we appropriated 300.
Yeah,
We
So-
appropriated 180.
yeah, no
Oh,
kidding, right?
that last year, I'm sorry,
Well,
yes. Yeah.
Wasn't that a coupon?
And
Do,
then,
do we not pay that every year? Because there's no actual in 2024.
Is it every other
It
year?
looks like it's every other year.
Yeah.
We weren't drawing labs before, so. I don't
No.
know.
Well, we need it for
La-
glucose sticks.
Yes.
But is it every other year or?
I
Ooh, I'd have to look.
I think it's every other year.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
But
Seems
I'm
as
sorry, I
if-
don't know the answer to that question.
I
I
mean,
wish,
it
I don't
looks-
like
it-
not knowing stuff,
I
but,
know, right?
um,
You don't know what you don't know.
yeah.
It
I
looks
said
like
that.
it's every
Right,
other
right,
year.
exactly.
Which means we wouldn't have to fund it this year.
You would think.
You would think, but
Can we find out on that?
Yeah, and if you don't, I mean, in the $300 I could find an EMS disposable.
We've worked previously in this tonight, so.
I mean, that's not make or break, I don't wanna.
No, it's a good fact finding.
Mhm.
I know a guy. He's gonna ask me. All right.
we'll have an answer tomorrow night. But I'm pretty sure it's every other year.
All right. All right. What is advanced medical training that we haven't spent?
That's, the apparatus equipment fund was changed many years, you can include paramedic training in there.
Yes, that-
So we don't have any, I don't have any scheduled paramedics to go to school next year. So,
It's been a bit, we should keep that line open.
yes,
Yeah.
So I would make a motion for 741.04 a dollar, just to keep the line active.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor of $1 in line 741.04 medical training, say aye.
Aye,
Motion carries.
otherwise we're in trouble.
I would like to send somebody in the following year, but that'll be next year's budget.
Okay.
Alright. The next one is the rescue equipment budget. The first portion is the water rescue. It includes ice and water. One of the things this year, we try to do 2 ice suits a year, and we rotate them. We have eight ice suits. So we do two ice suits a year. We have 3 dry suits in that one. What we have different this year is we have helmets for the shore people. We've never really had helmets for shore people. We have people in life jackets who are walking on rocky. They're not going in the water, but they're walking on. They could fall over on the rocks. They could fall over on a tree, and they're actually we're going to color them differently. So when you look at somebody, you're going to be able to tell by the color of their helmet whether they're should be in the water or not.
Yeah.
So and do you remember the colors?
I don't.
Zach Mallet would have to tell us the colors. What colors are the new one? The ones.
It's like being on an aircraft carrier and everybody's got different colored
Yeah,
vests.
and so you'll know if you see that certain color helmet in the water, that's an emergency because that person's not supposed to be in the water.
I would make a motion for rescue equipment, 960, the amount of 16,000.
All right. Motion's been made. I'll second that.
That's amazing.
You said 16?
This is an even number, yeah.
Any other discussion? All right. All those in favor of $16,000 for line 960 rescue equipment, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Can I ask Kathy a quick question?
Sure.
The 2025 actual numbers, those are as of what date,
Monday.
which is the
At
10th,
10.
November 10th. Okay, thank you.
That's cool.
Is that it?
And yes, that's it.
Can you frickin' believe it?
No, I can't.
Are we encumbering any funds?
At this point in time, I don't know.
It's too early, I think, to.
Yeah.
We don't anticipate. There's nothing.
I
We're going to
don't-
have to encumber the. Do we need to encumber the ambulance again?
And
We might need to
I
encumber that
think-
ambulance again.
we've got a purchase order out for the ambulance. So I think that covers it, but let's just encumber it
just in case.
just in case
I
it,
think last year we had that cistern up on
right, we don't have,
Sanborn Road. That
The-
money
the
was-
cis-
well,
The
that
cistern on Sanborn Road
was
is,
encumbered from the prior.
but my understanding with this, the dry hydrant fund is that money doesn't need to be encumbered, that money is,
we only take, we install it and then we withdraw the funds at the end of the year. I sent a request to the trustees saying, you know, we spent this amount of money, and they send us a check.
but once that money's put into that fund, that doesn't have to be reappropriated every year.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
The
because we
only
do
time-
have another cistern, that's gonna be going in on Caleb Hill Road. A couple weeks ago, we finally got the easement sign, on Caleb Hill Road, so that'll be starting, I'm sure it's not gonna start this fall, it's probably gonna be in the spring.
And we will have to take a look at that to make sure that, you know, see what we have funds left in that account.
Yeah, I think that'll be pretty much gone after that cistern.
Yeah, we'll check it, because we're gonna start working on warrant articles.
Yeah.
Is there anything else on there?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
can we go around the room,
Yeah.
see how everybody's doing? Let's do a check-in.
Sure.
Alright.
How you doing?
I'm good, let's go that way.
Great.
Good,
All right,
good to be here.
yeah.
It's good to have you here.
There'll be questions tomorrow night. Yep. And don't feel that I'm putting you under pressure. We're gonna work with what you have. Don't kill yourself. As long as we get it done by the date that Kathy gives us, we're fine.
25th.
Just accept what date?
Your last scheduled meeting is the 25th,
Of?
November.
No, we had one for December 4th. We're gonna reschedule that one, so I think we're gonna, that's why I asked
did?
you for the cutoff date.
I don't.
I need to drop that date.
Paul, I already told
I don't
everybody
have-
that we had a really, really good committee the other day.
I don't have it on there for December
You
4th.
know, so,
No, Scott, I talked with Scott today. We're gonna reschedule it because it's the
No, but
same night.
I didn't even have it on the calendar at all for December 4th.
It's on my calendar. So if it's on mine.
I think that was like a question mark, we were.
Oh, in case we didn't get it done on the
When we first
25th?
met, that was kinda like an overflow
Okay,
thing,
well,
'cause we were gonna try to
then we're gonna wrap it up on the
November,
25th.
yeah.
So
Done.
tomorrow is a budget committee meeting.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
after that, we'll need one more meeting for warrant articles.
Not if we have more questions and answers.
Is that-
I'm not just gonna say it's done by the 25th.
You asked me the date.
Done.
It's early.
I'm asking for the legal drop dead date. When do you?
That is my drop dead date, because I have to do, after that, we have to do the warrant articles, and those have to be done, and because Paul is leaving, the November, December, yeah, he's leaving
Paul's
December
not-
8th.
Paul's
he-
already done
December
his
10th.
No, he
job
has-
with the
no.
budget.
He
The
has to
second
be
one.
here
Yeah,
for
the
warrant
10th.
articles.
The 10th.
Yeah, we haven't done the
So-
warrant articles
But
yet.
He's
that
leaving-
doesn't affect the budget committee.
You don't know yet?
Yes, it does, because any warrant article that is a money article, budget committee has to vote on it.
Yeah, if we're gonna bond a building or something, Paul, the budget committee will weigh in with a recommendation or.
With the recommendation.
Yeah.
Yes, so,
We're,
What do you have on your?
Chief Alvini's backing out the ambulance. We were talking about an ambulance because there's a 3-year lead time. That's a money one that's getting backed out, but the deductible
So, yeah.
fund,
Is this
the
one?
fire
For
prevention
sure, is it
fund,
that's for sure.
all the money
The one
warrant
that
articles where we
goes,
take money out of the general fund to fund the prevention and then spend it on the fire prevention and then the deductible fund.
Right,
Yep, yeah,
I get
so
all that.
that's the,
Let me back up to what Kathy just said. The budget committee is not writing warrant articles.
Nope.
No, the budget committee,
Wait a second, please. So, if the commissioners make their recommendation on the warrant articles, we can vote on them whether Paul's in New Hampshire or whether Paul's
That
on the North
is
Pole.
correct.
Correct.
But you have to have your budget done so the warrant articles can be written, because the budget is your budget. It's not the commissioner's budget, it's your budget that goes to the
So what
voters.
you're saying is it's gotta be totally complete in order to be sent to the state before Paul leaves.
Paul will be back until January
With the exception
So-
of warrant articles,
with, yes,
because they recommend warrant articles, and those aren't part of the operating budget.
the operating budget warrant article they do. Any
That
warrant
one,
article,
yeah,
any,
that one, right.
any warrant article that has money on it,
Yep.
they have to weigh in on.
Right, but Paul will have done the operating budget warrant article. To
Right.
see if the commissioner, or to see if the district
But I
will vote
need-
for 3 million, blah, blah, blah.
But I need that figure
Yep,
in order,
from them. 'cause
From
it's-
them.
We vote on their budget.
right, because, so I need that figure
Yep.
before Paul leaves, so
Right.
that he can vote on that warrant article, because the first week in January, that's when
So
it gets sent to
What
GRA.
is the date? What date is Paul leaving?
The 10th.
December 10th.
December 10th.
So I'll give you one day before December 10th. Here's my point, Kathy, and this is my only point. I'm a member of the budget committee. I'm not gonna get backed into a corner and say, no more discussion on this because the budget has to be done before Paul leaves.
We're not trying to back you into a corner. You asked me a date, I was giving you that date.
Well, the date, in fact, is December 10th, not November 25th.
But you need it done before December 10th.
I get it.
So that's what, a week and a half?
So the budget committee has a meeting on the 25th,
Yes.
right?
They're
Yeah.
meeting on the 13th and on the 25th.
So that's 2 more workshops for the
Right.
budget committee.
Is the building committee meeting on the 24th?
Monday, the 24th, yes.
Yes, I thought so. It's not on that calendar.
Okay.
Perfect, because the commissioners are meeting on the 2nd and the 9th. The 2nd is a budget meeting and a building review. And we wanted to have that after the building committee met,
Right.
which I was hoping was the 24th.
So you'll be here for that next commissioners meeting, right?
Yes, those next two.
Next week.
Okay. Sorry, I
No,
gotta get my stuff straight.
need a whiteboard.
I print, you send me a thing and I stick it on the fridge and it's still
I didn't have that meeting on the 24th. I can make it, is it here?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be, if the room's available, yes.
That's the post-public outreach meeting where we determine our steps forward.
Will we figure how small the buildings have to be? Or not.
Or not,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not on Facebook.
So I didn't need to stop the road.
Well, that's right.
That's why we're going around the room.
Yeah, really.
That, you know,
So I will get that added to the calendar for the 24th, and I will get the room booked.
Thank you. Next?
I'm doing great.
I forgot your
Happy to be
name.
here. Ryan.
Ryan, okay.
Oh, I'm good.
And the new guy.
Dude, we're just here.
Wasn't anything good on TV tonight?
Nothing?
So,
Really?
Just.
How's things? I mean, give us a
Oh, I mean, we're just bantering.
check-in. How the guys? How's the climate? You know, we need this stuff.
Oh, it seems good. Today's my first day back from vacation, so
Well,
I'm not necessarily the one to ask the pulse.
I brought donuts from Brothers, and I was a little nervous because there wasn't a Boston cream in the box.
It is my favorite.
And then you weren't there, so it was
It
like,
all worked out. It was the same.
we were fortunate to get, a shift coming on and a shift leaving, and I didn't get to see it. And, I think that's
Right,
something
so-
we want to keep.
you're going to contact the Pines.
Yes.
And then in addition to all these other things we gave you to do.
I'll
Plus,
figure
In your spare
And I
time.
haven't, yeah.
and how many inspections do you have tomorrow?
Tomorrow I only have 2, I think.
Okay.
So,
Besides chairs, chief, we're gonna need a backdrop and also a projector.
all right, the backdrop, the projector I can do.
I thought they were, they're not bringing the,
You need a screen?
I don't
I
know.
thought they
The,
were
the
bringing the.
PD, I think,
I
might be
think
okay,
they
because they're
said
set up
that
for
they.
that.
The PD's fine.
Yeah, we
Wait,
spent enough
Sean,
money there,
Sean,
please.
wait. I think that they said they could bring one if we didn't have one. So, let me,
Park Street.
email Brian tomorrow, just to make sure that they are gonna bring one. At Tilton PD, they need nothing but an HDMI cable.
I thought they had said that they had a projector
Let,
screen.
let me know
I just wanna make sure that it doesn't get forgotten.
if you need something in Park Street, let me know.
Okay, you have,
I've got equipment up the wazoo.
okay. I know we have a projector, I just
Yeah,
don't know.
no,
about the,
I've got crap like, yeah. I got stuff.
Is there anything else that we need to, talk about or cover?
We had a great night.
Yeah.
We talked a lot.
Well, just to bring you up to speed, I know it's not budget conversation, but we met with Lorero again this morning, Paul, Sean and I, in preparation for the meeting and tweaking a couple slides. So I appreciate your comments to them, because, you know, that maintenance is really hard to wrap.
that makes sense what I said.
It absolutely did.
Like, it's hard to like compare apples to apples what it is now, because we do our own snow plowing, we do our own lawn mowing, we do we are the janitors. You know, so there's to take that maintenance cost what they figure, but that's all figured into that maintenance cost. We do it all ourselves, so it's not something we can.
Well, and all those other items like testing and maintenance on equipment. Well, that's all in the apparatus fund,
Yeah,
and we're already, we're already maintaining.
the same equipment.
Right.
Yeah, the extractor, the dryers, the SCBA compressor,
Right.
all that. The primal vent already gets.
So there's going to be a updated version of that PowerPoint presentation. So
Okay.
when that comes out, we'll
Get it to me, I'll convert it to a
take the old one
PDF
off.
and pop it on.
Did that work, Kathy? Converting it to a PDF
Oh, yeah,
and
it was
compressing it.
quick as a whistle.
Yeah.
Easy, easy.
Please note when you put that on the website that it's a revised version.
As of,
so
Put revised 11/13 or whatever the date is.
so if somebody,
Because there's now gonna be 2 of them.
Well, the first one will come off.
Yeah, but just so in case somebody
And then
already
the other
has
one,
it, they
yeah.
don't think they know
if
it's a
somebody
new one.
screenshotted it or
Yeah, they'll
some
need it to
crazy
say
thing.
that.
Yeah,
Especially with the propane costs, that's going to look much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
at
oh yeah,
210.
those two slides will be replaced too. Yeah, so yeah, we'll have three. Yeah.
Well, thank you for making my first budget workshop a little, not
That's
so
it?
not so
geez.
painful.
I wanted to take you out at the knees just for, yeah.
You haven't made it by the budget.
Yeah. You're coming tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm coming tomorrow.
Yeah, this was just this was the opening act.
Come in with a helmet on,
Yeah.
we'll all chuckle.
I get 3 former commissioners and God knows who else are gonna come in and kick our teeth in. But, you know what? This is why we ask a lot of hard questions.
All right, anything else? Anybody else? Last chance?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn. Made by Jason, seconded by Paul. All those in favor say aye. Meeting's adjourned at 7:12 p.m.
Peace out.